Earlier this week, I was joined on Zoom by Eric Asuncion, the CEO of Wallbox in Spain, for a fascinating chat about his company and about electric vehicles and about the vehicle-to-grid technology that's being developed. So we are going to enjoy that following a quick break, and we'll be back with that shortly. Thank you.
So it's about empowerment, it's about having fun, it's about recognising people's talent, it's about people given a chance to develop.
We will continue to grow as we can continue to find good people, and we will find those good people.
I think our culture is quite unique. It's about teamwork, it's about trust, it's about empowerment.
I would recommend it to family and friends because it already feels like people here are family and friends.
There's a lot of sharing of knowledge, a lot of collaboration, and I think to be in that sort of environment sort of pushes you to always sort of be looking for that improvement in yourself as well.
They've been so helpful and welcoming to me. One of the most ambitious and innovative companies I've ever worked for in my life.
I would say New Era is friendly,
communicative,
unique,
it's challenging,
fresh, innovative,
open,
and just generally fun.
A key focus of our Responsible Business programme at Phoenix Natural Gas is investing in initiatives that add value to the local community we serve, and that's done in a number of different ways. Adding value by introducing lower carbon fuel to householders and businesses in Northern Ireland, by reducing our own carbon emissions footprint operationally, and also by investing in educational environmental programmes such as this one today in a primary school in Newtownards, where we're teaching kids about the value of forestry, trees, and the value of the local environment around them.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our next session, Charging Forward. We're joined today by Enrique Asuncion, the CEO and co-founder of Wallbox, and we're going to have a presentation from Enrique now.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you everyone for your time today. I'm honored to be here today as a keynote speaker for the MTech conference. We are Wallbox, and we design, manufacture, and distribute intelligent charging solutions for electric cars, and we make energy powerful. And here's what we mean by that. First of all is that we make charging simple, but because when you hear about charging, there's volts, amps, CCS, CHAdeMO, kilowatt, kilowatt hour. Charging is difficult, but we have our amazing technology that makes it very simple for the user. For the user, it's just plug and charge, and we take care of the rest. We charge when energy is cheaper, so you save money. We adapt to the power of your installation, so you always charge as fast as possible, regardless if you have your heating, your air conditioning on. All of this is managed in a transparent way for the user. So for the user, it's just plug and charge, thanks to our technology. Also, we have a smart hardware and software, because to accommodate all the millions of electric cars that will come into the grid in the following decades, and to make possible the energy transition to renewable energies, we will need vehicle-to-grid, vehicle-to-home technology, and energy management functionalities. And our hardware and software is already capable of doing all these things today. An example of that is Quasar. Quasar is the first bi-directional charger for home. With Quasar, you can not only charge your car, you can also discharge your car and use your electric vehicle battery to power your home or even power the grid, because an electric vehicle battery can power a home for more than 4 days. So if we can unlock this potential, we're really making possible the transition to renewable energies, and all of this is already possible with our products. We innovate, and innovation is at our core, because we focus on what the user needs today, but also what the user will need in the future. Because we are a consumer electronics company, we have a strong focus on the user, and not only what the user will need today. Our hardware and software is ready to be over-the-air update to make possible that we can solve any future need from our users in the future. We believe that design is not a luxury, and this is very important for our customers, because our products have been awarded with some of the most important design awards in the world. And for car manufacturers, for utilities, or for users, it's key that the charger, which is at the front of your home and close to your electric car, it's a beautiful piece of design. It's a compact product. So all our products have this approach in design. and making it as compact as possible, keeping all the functionalities and the maximum power possible. And finally, we are compatible. We are compatible with all electric cars and plug-in hybrids in the world, even Chinese car manufacturers. But more important than that is that we are certified to sell our products in more than 67 countries. We are a global company which has the certifications on more than 6 continents to provide our products. So our business model, it's, as you will see, it's, let's see one of the 5, the key indicators of our traction. But before, let me say that part of our fast traction, it's our award-winning technology. We have been awarded with the best technology awards, like Best of CES last year, or an Edison Award that awards the world-changing technology. And this technology is the one that is allowing us today to have sold more than 100,000 chargers in 67 countries. We have a manufacturing capacity of more than 500,000 chargers a year in our 3 manufacturing facilities. We do everything in-house. So we have 2 manufacturing facilities in Barcelona, 1 in China that supplies the Chinese market, and we are opening a 4th manufacturing facility in the US the second half of next year. We are not only providing hardware and software, we also enable our users to do public charging. We have a public charging app, Electromaps, that allows our users to locate more than 150,000 public charging stations. So our users charge at home, charge at work, but with the Electromaps app, they can virtually access any public charging station in the world, and we enable this. We don't own these public charging stations. We just have agreements with all these charge point operators and make sure our users can access all these public charging stations. So as you can see here, we have the traction, we have the technology, we have the market, we have the team. Let's look at the market. And as you can see here, electric vehicles have won the race. And we are set for an exponential growth of electric vehicle sales in the next decades. Actually, last year was when electric vehicle sales reached the tipping point. But you know what's growing even faster than electric vehicles? It's charging. Because to make EVs possible, first of all, we need to install chargers in the street, chargers at home, and chargers at work. And actually, 70% of charging happens at home and at work. And here's where we dominate today the most. So what it takes to win in EV charging? First of all, is a smart charging technology, which allows you basically to save money, charging when energy is cheaper, to charge as fast as possible, adapting to the power of your installation, and make smarter usage of the energy at home, coordinating with solar panels, with vehicle to grid, vehicle to home. We will see our products in the next slide. But also key and critical is a fast time to market, because this is a race where the winners of tomorrow are decided today. And what really matters is your relative speed versus the competition. The fact that we are totally vertically integrated, that we control the design, the development, the manufacturing, we control the supply chain and the certification, allow us to have very fast development cycles. We can launch new products in the market in few months. And this is not only critical to go faster and increase our market share. This is also critical to become a global player. The fact that we have presence in 67 countries, it's thanks to controlling the whole supply chain, because going to a new country, it's having the certifications to sell on those countries, and each country has particular and different requirements to ensure safety in the country and connecting with the grid these big amounts of power. And also, being global, it's also critical for our customers, because car manufacturers, utilities, they need players that can support them in all the countries where they operate. And finally, we have a strong global brand, very well recognized in Europe. We launched a few months ago in the US, where we already are one of the top sellers in Amazon.com, which is a small part of our sales, but it gives you the idea on how well recognized is our brand and how appealing it is for consumers. And also in China and in the APAC region, we are a strong player in this area. So let's now talk about the products that are making the transition to electric vehicles possible. So here you can see our history. Since we started 6 years ago, what we have been doing is following the user because, as I said before, we focus on the user. First of all, when we start, people that had an electric car was living in a single home. So we launched our hardware and our software for single home, charge when energy is cheaper, adapt to the limited power of a home installation. But soon after, people that was living in condominiums and enterprises were transitioning their fleets to electric cars. So we launched our hardware for semi-public locations, but more important, we upgraded our software, My Wallbox, to solve charging in a condominium, in a fleet, or in a hotel, in a restaurant, in any semi-public location. And My Wallbox allows you to do anything that you will need in these locations. You can do micropayments, you can do monthly payments, so you can know every neighbor how much energy spends at the end of the month, and make sure you send an invoice to all the neighbors, and you make sure everybody pays. All of this is managed through My Wallbox, and thanks to our hardware and software. So by then, we already solved home and work and semi-public charging. But a very interesting thing happened next, because when people buy an electric car, what happens is that their energy consumption at the home doubles. So there's 3 times more possibilities that you will buy solar power and solar panels at your home if you have an electric car than if you don't. So first comes the electric car, then comes solar power. And we decided to launch Quasar. Quasar is the first bidirectional charger for home, allows you to charge your car and also to discharge your car and use the battery of your electric car to power your home and power the grid. And this is a disruptive product, not only because this functionality, but more important is the technology that allows us to make the product compact, that can be installed in any home in a wall. Until Quasar products, these products were huge cabinets, very expensive, very heavy. And Quasar is a product that we are already selling by thousands in many countries, in the UK, with Octopus Energy, in Germany with Mitsubishi, or in Australia with Nissan and JetCharge. And by this summer, we're going to make this product available in all European countries at a very affordable price. And last year, as electric vehicles reached the tipping point, we focused on public charging. And we launched Electromaps, our public charging app. This is a leading public charging app in Southern Europe, where people can locate their charging points, they can pay for them, but more important is the social aspect, because public charging today is not very reliable. So our users are saying in real time which is the best charger to stop. If there's any issue with the chargers, they found in real time. So a little bit like Waze, where people is telling in real time what's the status of the road. Same is happening in Electromaps, and this data is so valuable that companies like TomTom buy this data to improve their navigation maps. And finally, one of the most disruptive products we launched, and today we launch Supernova, our fast charger, 60 to 120 kilowatts. It solved the 2 main issues of public charging: reliability, thanks to its modular design. So if there's any module that fails, the rest of the charger keeps working, and we make sure we always charge our customers. And the second is affordability. It's a very competitive product, thanks to the high frequency switching technology. And we already showed this product to many utilities in the world, and already have more than 8,000 units to be installed in the next 2 years of this product, Supernova. So why do we have all these amazing products? So thanks to our great customers. And we are trusted by some of the most important automotive car manufacturers and energy companies. Companies like Nissan, we work with them in 36 countries, and they choose us because they want a global player that can install, certify, and provide support on all those countries. Or SEAT, which is a Volkswagen Group brand, where we help support them at a global scale. Or Hongqi, which is a state-owned Chinese car manufacturer that choose us thanks to our technology in the Chinese market. But also Iberdrola and Scottish Power. These are some of the biggest utilities in the world. Iberdrola is not only one of our customers, also one of our shareholders, and they have an ambitious plan to install more than 150,000 charging stations in Europe in the next 5 years, and we are part of this plan. And Also, apart from car manufacturers and utilities, which amount to 40% of our sales, we have what we call our mid markets, which include distributors like Ingram Micro, Rexel, Yes Electrical. These are 40% of our sales also, and these are companies that make sure we reach installers and retails. And finally, the last 20% is our direct sales. These are sales that we do directly through Wallbox.com, Amazon.com, or we directly sell to enterprises. So after all we've seen, for us, it's clear with our technology how we're going to dominate the transition to electric vehicles. But let me spend a few seconds talking about the next step. And the next step, it's energy. Because we are going to be the center of your energy at home. We're going to be the center of your home. Because the charger, you use it to charge your car, which is 50% of your home consumption. But also, thanks to Quasar, the charger becomes and enables your car to become the battery for your home, because an electric vehicle car battery is a massive battery. So enabling this, we make possible, to support your home when energy is more expensive, or to use your renewable energy production when needed in your car. And all of this is done by the charger. But not only that, the charger also will be your solar inverter. With Quasar, you can in the next version of Quasar, actually, you can directly connect the solar panels to your charger. So you don't need a solar inverter, these $2,000, $3,000 pieces to convert from solar panels to the grid. So the charger becomes your storage, your production, your charger, and so at the end, your energy management. So the charger fulfills all your energy needs for your home. And from here is what we are doing in many countries, like grid services, like frequency regulation, demand response. But even in the future, we can even provide peer-to-peer energy transactions between our community of users where regulations allow it. But what's important is that every charger we're selling today, it's already grabbing this land and becoming the center of the energy at home. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Enrique. It sounds very exciting stuff, and you're clearly very passionate about what you're doing. I'm just going to start by asking you a little bit about motivation and the climate emergency. You've been involved, obviously, in these sort of smart charging and energy solutions area for over 10 years now. What motivates you to every day to sort of continue to build Wallbox?
So for us, the most important thing, and for me, it's make possible the transition to renewable energies. And Quasar is going in that direction, because we cannot choose when solar power is produced or when we have wind power. But if we use the electric vehicle batteries as a support for the renewable energy, which can be at a local level at your home or can be at a grid level, really we're enabling the transition to renewable energies and at the end reducing our CO2 emissions.
Very good. Thank you very much. I'd like to ask you now about the values of Wallbox. What are they and how were they evident in your response to the COVID pandemic, which has been so disruptive and harmful across the globe over the last year or so?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you repeat? I got 1 second.
About your values, the values of Wallbox.
Yeah, okay,
how they were evident in your response to the pandemic.
Yeah, so at the end, for the user, we try to make things simple, and we try to focus on the user to make possible that as I said, the transition to renewable energies, because our passion and our commitment it's make this possible. And regarding the pandemic, I think we have been able to translate this to our employees even, because we give the option to all our employees at one point to buy stocks from Wallbox to support Wallbox and to be even increase our production capacity, because the company was growing, but with the pandemic there was certain uncertainty. So today we have more than 150 employees of the company that are also shareholders. So there's even more commitment from our employees to make possible this transition, because they are also shareholders.
This is right. They're invested in the success of Wallbox going forward. And now you are about to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. I read about a valuation of $1.5 billion. That's quite an achievement. What difference will it make for your customers and the many millions of people who are now considering whether they should switch to an electric vehicle?
So we did this because one, it enables to fulfill our business plan with the funds we're raising, and two, with this SPAC we are doing with Kensington and the shareholders we are bringing in the company now. These are long-term investors. So this going public with Kensington, it's making sure we can fulfill our business plan and increase our production capacity and add all these new products, not only by adding funds to the company, but also having this long-term view investor. So it's really going to enable our business plan and make possible that our customers have new products growing in more geographies. That's the first thing. The second is increasing our product portfolio. We are, launching now Supernova, the fast charging, but we are also looking into even faster charging solutions. And finally, enabling also our software as a service products like MyWallbox, where we are also increasing our product portfolio there with Electromaps also. So all the recurrent revenues, we are increasing that. And Kensington team also is a team with more than 300 years of combined experience in the automotive segment. We have people with experience in some of the best car manufacturers and also energy companies, or in the government. For the Federal Highway Administration is part of the former head of the Federal Highway Administration in the US is part of the Kensington team. So bringing also this expertise will accelerate our business plan, and also will bring the transparency to the company also for our customers and for our suppliers.
Very good, thank you. How do you feel that the sort of vehicle to grid technology is going to help the environment? Is there anything you're most excited about?
Well, it's, I said before, it's the making possible the transition to renewable energies. Using this for your home or for the grid, it's really reducing CO2 emission. We need it comes hand by hand. Transition to renewable energies, you need more storage. So and we are installing and selling millions of electric cars and installing chargers. So it's needed that these cars have vehicle to grid and vehicle to home capacity.
And how are you getting on with the car manufacturers? You'd mentioned there some of your work with them. How is that process going?
Yeah, so with the car manufacturers, it's very important the collaboration, because we make sure we certify with vehicle to home and vehicle to grid our products with them, because we want to make sure we don't reduce your battery life. So the car manufacturers tell us what is the maximum battery you can discharge, the minimum, what's the power. All these things are defined by them, and we certify our products with them. So there's a minimum impact in your battery life. Of course, we are even looking, right now it's CHAdeMO, vehicle to home and vehicle to grid is with the CHAdeMO protocol, but we're already working with some car manufacturers to have this vehicle to grid functionality at CCS as soon as possible.
Okay, and what about catering for people who perhaps live in apartment blocks, or they have no parking spaces? Street charging systems. Are you able to cater for people who live in all different types of home environments?
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks to the software, at the end is the software platform, MyWallbox, and with MyWallbox you can solve any need from the single home to the condominium, to the enterprise, fleets, anything can be solved. And we are providing this product in already 67 countries, in the States, in China. So we not only have the product for all these segments, also we provide it in every country with different payment methods, with the different regulations and the different needs for every country.
Brilliant. it seems as if it's something that is appealing to people of all ages, and particularly young people who are looking to the future. There seems to be a very sort of vibrant business community within Barcelona. Could you talk to us a little bit about the entrepreneurship and the innovation that's going on that you're part of?
Yeah, so it's great to be here because one, the talent, there's a lot of local talent, but also it's a nice city to attract talent from everywhere in the world. And as the company grows, you see that you need to bring more people from other countries in Europe or other countries in the world. So Barcelona, it's a good city to attract people. Of course, now there's more remote work, but we still believe that this is an asset moving forward because people will want to come to live here. And apart from the talent, it's the suppliers. You know, in Spain there's a long tradition of automotive suppliers for the automotive industry. So for a charger manufacturer, which at the end it's plastic injection electronics, we have in Spain all these, and in Europe also we have a lot of European suppliers. Having all these suppliers, it allows and enables as a company like us to develop new products and be able to manufacture and control the whole supply chain, having everything close to the headquarters. And at the end, the closer, it improves the innovation, because if you are closer to your suppliers, you can see what things can be done better and how you can bring new technologies to the market.
Brilliant. Thank you, Enric. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me, Amanda Ferguson, and our guest, Enric, when we wish him all the success with Wallbox. I think we're now going to take another quick break, and we'll be back shortly with our next session.